What's up, everybody? It's the Squeegee Life Podcast, and we are here with our good buddy Chris Lambrinides from windowcleaner.com. And, always Mark is back with us. As always, Mark's back with us, and Seth over there, the other half of the tag team champions, the Big Dick Bandits. What's up, Seth? How you doing?
I'm good.
We formed a tag team on the last podcast. You guys missed it.
We crashed into the Death Star and survived.
Yes.
Yeah, I listened to that podcast on the way home from Orlando IWCA.
Yeah.
By the time I got out of the truck, I was bruised and beaten. My wife had to call 911 to get me in the house.
Yeah, we kind of went in on you a little bit. Well, we saw an opening and we took advantage of it. We felt
I don't blame you.
You know what I mean? That you weren't on. You said I'm going to try to get on, but
that's all right.
I don't know how to work my phone.
Yeah. No, I didn't have much signal in the hotel, and it would have been shoddy at best, which would have frustrated everybody. But I was there in spirit.
Yeah, you were. You definitely were. If you couldn't tell, you were definitely there in spirit.
I was thinking about it. I tried to watch even from my phone from the hotel because at that point I had eaten dinner and we turned in for the night. And I'm like, man, I can't even watch it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a lot of shitty service in Orlando. Even people from out of town with T-Mobile, they're like, service here sucks. And I'm like, but you know what it was? There was 52,000 people in Orlando that weekend for the it was a contractors convention. It made us look like the kiddie pool. You know what I'm saying? So every place was packed. Because, like I said, they loaded 52,000 people into a small area.
Right. Well,
so Alex said it was at the same hotel.
Go ahead.
Right?
I'm sorry?
It was at the same hotel?
Yes, it was at the hotel where the IWCA was. And then, the one thing I've learned from helping you guys is to watch the chimney sweeps that come by 3 times for a free T-shirt, a hat, a Squeegee Life towel, a sticker, a keychain, barbecue rub. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to be on the lookout. Then all of a sudden, some guy comes up and he's got his hand on the pure water system that you sent down. And he's like, so is there any benefit to having warm water? Do they make systems? I go, there's no benefit to having warm water and window cleaning. He leaves in Jersey and he goes, I just need some swag. So he grabbed like every WCR sticker, the book, T-shirt, Squeegee Life towel, keychain, everything he could possibly get. And Jersey goes, dude, you just got had. That guy is not even from this convention. He's wearing his badge says for the contractors convention. I'm like, I'm going to get him. And they're like, no, just leave him go. Let him go. He'll leave. You know what I'm saying?
Why didn't you chase down the guy that wants to beat me up, man? Why didn't you chase that guy down?
No, because Jersey's son, I'll call him Jersey's son because that's the way he was introduced to me. I go, man, Jersey's pretty disrespectful to his son. Must be his stepson, And then I find out it's not even his son. They call him the kid. That's why, right? And I'm like, he kind of looks like Jersey, in a skinny 80-pound soaking wet type thing. But anyway, it turns out that that kid came to me. It might have been Jay Camaro. So if Jay's watching, confirm it. It was you. He's the only one I saw there that might have done that, and it would have been, in fun. But he pulled out the AWC magazine, pointed out TJ, and goes, "This dude here, because I'm going to kick his ass." So when he told me that, I said, "You send him over to the booth. We'll get this straightened out right now." I go, "Was he serious?" I was like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Well, where is he? Show him to me." I don't know, And I'm like, well. Nobody ever showed up.
Now I can't go to any fucking conventions now because I'm going to get beat up.
Weaponry. Bring in some bladed, at least bladed weaponry. Scraper on a stick or something,
Man, Mr. Camaro must have really chatted up Alex nicely because Alex messaged me and was all hot to get Jay back in the pro ASAP.
Really?
Well, I'm going to say this. Look, I'm going to say this because I talked to Jay for about half hour to 40 minutes. We both mostly spoke business,
Cool.
Yeah. He is exactly what you would expect from him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the attitude, he's a little bit boisterous. I'm not saying that in a bad way. That's his personality and his persona. But overall, a nice guy. I mean, I had no issue talking
Oh my
with
God, Mark
No.
and Alex went down there. Now they're blowing fucking this
No,
guy.
no. I'm gonna go out on a limb and
God.
say this before I forget. Okay, and I met a lot of people that you kind of put a face to the name. There was
That's the best part. That's the best part about those things.
A lot of people say, "Oh, we watch the podcast and keep up." We like the podcast as raw as it is. Don't change anything, which is always great to hear. But I will say this, and I met, not to discount anyone I met, but my favorite person to meet and hang out with, without a doubt, by far, and she's just as much of a sweetheart as I had figured, only speaking to her on the phone, is Randy Teakin.
Yeah, Randy's
Isn't
a
she
great
nice?
lady. Yeah, she's such an awesome lady.
She had, I think, some family there. And, dude, I got to tell you this, Chris, for future, okay, whether they're in Florida or not, everybody else is a little bit smarter because what they do is they put out a basket of candy, right? Like Phil had those peppermint things that make your nose run that grandma had that are stuck to the wrapper.
Yeah.
They were probably from 1972 from his grandmother.
He probably took them home the last IWCA show from somebody else's booth.
Wrap this thing.
Stole these from the PH7 booth.
No. Here's my point.
Okay.
People come looking for free shit, right? Now, we had the best booth for free shit. We had barbecue rub. We had Squeegee Live towels. We had 100 different Squeegee Live shirts. We had a Jersey T-shirt. We had 700 WCR shirts. We had all kind of cool give outs, which is great, okay? But everybody else was giving out candy, old ass candy. Like I stole this from my kids' Halloween in October. But Randy, she had a fucking bakery there, dude. There were brownies. There were hot turnovers. I'm like, I come by and I'm like, oh my God, people are ordering. Hey, Randy, where's the brownies? She's delivering brownies. I mean, she must have had someone baking for her. It was.
Did she make them? I was going to ask that.
I think they were homemade. They look homemade.
She bought a bunch of Window Magic shirts from us last year, the year before that.
Yeah, she had them there.
Did she?
She had them there.
Such a nice,
I think
man.
they're blue and white.
Yeah,
blue with white lettering.
She was such. No. I don't know. Maybe I don't. No. She had us do those gray ones. I tried to talk her out of it, but she was really insistent on that light gray. I was like, man, they look so bad. But anyways, such a nice lady to work for. Such a nice lady to work for.
Yeah.
She ordered a whole shitload of shirts from Jennifer, like a whole shitload. Shirts, masks, all kinds of cool stuff.
She's good people all around. All around, enjoyed talking with her. All around, just a sweetheart. And, Richie always spoke highly of her, and now I see why.
Yeah, I love the idea of Richie toiling away in the back of her shop and his little space there.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome.
Man, this guy Richie, he moved like an hour away from me. I've only seen him once since he's been back.
Dude, if I lived an hour away from you, I would be haunting you.
Yeah.
Trying to get him here more often.
Yeah.
He couldn't stop talking about these birds last time he was here. He's obsessed with bird
If
watching.
I lived an hour away, I'd be cleaning the windows there.
Yeah, he sends me pictures of birds. I think it's so cool. I didn't know. I knew that was a thing, but not like much of a thing, but it's a real thing. So like I send him pictures of herons and stuff that we got.
That's what I do too.
Moseying around. Yeah, I have a bird feeder outside and the squirrels eat everything, so I send him a picture of a squirrel and he's like, that's not a bird, that's a squirrel. Like, yeah. Right. But I heard TJ, correct me if I'm wrong, that he's actually going to Ohio.
Yep, we're going to
what he calls it birding, right?
Yeah, we're going birding at Warbler's Marsh in May. He's coming up here. There's one of the finest bird sanctuaries in all of the United States is right here in my area. Yeah. The wetlands around Lake Erie, a lot of it is bird sanctuary. A lot of it. Birding is really big around here.
Oh my, TJ, look down. It's my purple-headed yarbler.
It's a red-headed checker.
Hey, Matthew Odette wants to know if you're going to be getting any high flyer replacement pads. That's why we have Chris on here, to answer all your window cleaning questions. That's Chris's.
Yes, we get wagtail deliveries every 2 weeks, so if they're not in now, they likely will be in a week or so.
That's Chris's favorite thing to do is talk about window cleaning. That's why he comes on this show.
Right.
He's getting ready. Yeah. He's getting ready to tell you why using Dawn dish soap is way better than using Palmolive. He's gonna break down the science and then we're gonna get into how to advertise for your window cleaning business, which door hangers are the most effective. No, I'm just kidding, guys. We're not gonna talk about any of that shit.
We're going to talk about consciousness, the nature of reality, simulation theory, that kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff, maybe.
All right.
I just want to talk
Free will
about
versus determinism.
I want to talk about the worst domestic terrorist threat we've had in probably 20 or 30 years. The semi truck drivers. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Would you be able to give me the 30-second synopsis of that? I'm so out of the news. I don't have a clue.
So
I just know
essentially,
truck drivers.
truck drivers are like fucking like revolting because all these COVID regulations going into Canada and shit, and they're like in a form of solidarity. They just got the whole fucking they got shit clogged up, man. They're just saying fuck you. And
because they don't want to be vaccinated.
They don't want to be vaccinated, and
a lot of them that are there are vaccinated, but they're like, you're not gonna mandate this to us,
right? And
that's good.
No, you're fine, Matthew. We don't mind. I'm just busting balls, but the gist of it is the Prime Minister Trudeau he's a Prime Minister, right, of Canada, correct?
Yeah.
Is that what they call that position?
Yeah.
He's labeled them domestic terrorists.
Yeah, he's Castro's son, right?
He looks just like him. He looks just like him.
Meanwhile, there's zero violence. There's people that are bringing these truck drivers fuel and food are getting arrested.
Yeah, they're arresting them. Yeah.
Wait, is this all in Canada or is this happening in the U.S.?
Yes, it's in Canada. In Canada, but they're blocking one of the main arteries between Canada and the United States, which is like a couple $1 billion a week or something worth of goods that are traded back.
Bridge between Windsor, isn't it? Between Windsor and Detroit.
I think so. Yeah.
They're basically in Windsor and they're in the capital of Ottawa as well.
Yeah.
Which is where that's like their Washington D.C.
That's awesome. I'm happy to hear people are out there doing that kind of stuff against the tyrannical government.
Right.
Yeah,
I love it.
He is worse than Sniffy.
Well, they fucked up.
Did you see what he's doing to the truckers now? Freezing their bank accounts so they don't have access to their funds?
Now they're
really?
Yeah, dude. They're going fuck it. Yeah, bro. They're going super mad deep on it, bro.
Well, they
fucked up. They fucked up.
Dude, there was like a it wasn't maybe it wasn't a GoFundMe type setup with millions of dollars donated. They took the money and then said, we're going to donate it to a charity of our choice. We're not giving it to them.
Yeah.
And then people started pushing back, so they had to return people's money because they're like, no.
That's not what I give you money for, Yeah,
you can't do that.
They fucked up when they went after Joe. The whole shitball's about to fucking fall down now because they went after Joe. You can't go after Joe Rogan. Oh yeah, they can't. You can't go after Joe Rogan. You can't go after Joe Rogan.
Big.
Yeah, they fucked up. They fucked up doing that.
He's got way too many followers, dude.
Well, it's not even really the followers. It's the fact that there's thousands of episodes to show that the things that you're saying about the dude just aren't true. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, not only that, Joe Rogan is relatively liberal, and he's starting to lean this way because he sees what's going on and he's talking about it, and they don't like that.
I don't know if he's necessarily leaning more of a right direction. It may just be that he's pointing out. It's a loud voice pointing out what everyone is pointing out.
Well, it all started with CNN when CNN told everybody he was taking horse dewormer, okay, and then he had the guy from CNN on the show, and he's like, "Well, you guys did that on purpose. You laughed about it. He goes, it's prescribed by a doctor. It wasn't horse dewormer." And the guy was like a deer in the headlights because I just want to see Joe Rogan reach across the table and
he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that because what he said, bitch, I can afford people medicine. That shit was fucking great. I mean, it's like, dude, you're on a podcast that's watched by millions of people every episode, and he did that shit with Spotify and signed $100 million contract. Mm-hmm. The CEO of Rumble come out and said, "Hey, Joe, you come to Rumble, you'll never be censored. We'll give you $100 million."
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That was a real offer.
Not smart business.
It was a legitimate offer. Yeah. He made him a legitimate offer.
Man, he's so big. If he got kicked off, he could just like team up with Elon and whip together some kind of like streaming service in 2 seconds.
Yep.
And they would just have something even bigger.
The Joe Rogan Network.
Yeah, something.
Which, wouldn't be a bad idea, to be honest with you. Of all the people he knows, that'd be a powerhouse.
He could do it
They'd be
overnight.
bigger than CBS in a fucking year. You know what I mean? He's already smashing everybody in views. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you want to do it, Elon should just buy CBS. Honestly,
He should just buy CBS out. He's got the money to do it.
Yeah, but
He'd be
Elon
really
doesn't
good
pay
at it.
any taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for the most in history by a single person.
I love the
things get spread around.
I love they're like, he made this much money and he paid this much, and it's like, dude, do you realize how much fucking money that is, man? That's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Fuck.
like the top 5% pay like 80% of our taxes. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Plus, you could obviously tell, like, Elon is a good guy that's doing, like, really great things for humanity. He's like a fucking superhero.
He's the only thing standing between us and the Terminator.
Yeah, he's like Tony Stark almost.
Seriously,
You know what I
man,
mean?
have you ever heard... seriously, have you ever heard him talk about AI and fucking creating fucking... I mean, he's like adamantly against that. You know what I mean? He's the only thing standing between us and the Terminator. I said it. It's the truth, dude. Could you imagine if fucking a machine become completely autonomous? And just started like, I am going to make decisions that's best for everyone. You know how fucking terrible that would be?
That's the thing is he's afraid they start to learn they could take over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that could just happen in any second. Like, you know what I mean? There'd be no warning. It would just be, like, flipped on.
You're right. It would just be a thing that happened. It could be happening right now and we're just unawares. Like John Connor's running through the streets right now away from the Terminator as we speak. And it's not going to get bad right away. But eventually it's going to, like, this murder rampage is just going to get worse and worse. And then we're going to be fucking fighting robots and fucking metal spiders and shit. It's going to be sweet.
Man, I watched Terminator 4 like 2 months ago. It was shockingly bad.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
It was really
bad.
It is really bad.
Anything
movie.
to the fourth can't be that good.
It's not. They're not. The first one was good. The second one was great, and then they should have just stopped.
Third one was the chick, right?
It
was the Lady Terminator?
think so.
Is that Judgment Day? Is that? Is the third one Judgment Day?
No, two's Judgment Day.
Two is Judgment
Day. The third one's what? Termination something? I can't remember what
The
it is.
third one's fucking whack.
Something not good.
It's Terminator, not a good movie.
I think after the second one, I gave up on that. Yeah.
Carl Robinson's question here.
Michigan that likes to
Unger Ergotech. Hi, Carl.
TJ, I met your buddy in Michigan that likes to give thumbs ups a few weeks back. Thumbs ups. Thumbs downs, maybe? Does his first name start with an E?
There's a wink wink.
I don't know. That's the only buddy I think I got up there, except for maybe Kevin Hargis, and we don't really talk anymore. So, I don't know. Yeah. So, all right, man, that was the podcast, guys. I hope
Did you see I won the Window Cleaner of the Year award?
I did see that.
I sent you a picture of that.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, you won like the Fellowship of the Ring Award.
And the Fellowship.
For blowing dudes under
Blowing
I'm
dudes.
thinking, now that's not stolen valor, is it? Right?
Yes.
Because I mean,
Listen,
they're getting
guy.
no. That's like police.
You gotta do better. You gotta do better job fucking photoshopping because you left a little ribbon of fucking cloth in the center of it, and I was like,
No,
man.
the problem is that I'll do it on my phone, so it's like only so much you could see on the phone.
Put your
the
bifocals on.
It's time for. Look, I have recently. I'm going to be ordering trophies and stuff and plaques from the trophy shop. So like, in the next 5 podcasts behind me, you're going to see like a doctor's wall full of accomplishments that I have. I'm kind of thinking that I want at least, other than a handshake, hey man, great job, some kind of accreditation here. You know what I'm saying? Buying my own trophies. How lonely is that
You said stolen valor. Is that when you like pretend to be like a hero or something?
Yeah,
military guy. Okay. Yeah, that's the
like
worst
if you
kind
walk
of
through
dude.
the airport in fatigues and someone says thank you for your service, if you as much as say, if you don't say I'm not in the military, or I'm not a veteran, that's stolen valor, which is against the law, I think.
I don't know if
It's like impersonating a police officer, you know?
It's not. Who cares what law it is? That's just gross.
I know.
Yeah.
But for window cleaning, right? That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, fuck
Yeah.
it. You know, you just
Yeah.
make
Should've
up
made the
shit
award
and
for
just
I-
make
I
up
got
shit and give
48
yourself
hours
an
to-
award
I got-
for it.
I got 48 hours to cancel these trophies. I just want some approval.
Maybe, hey,
Have you
maybe.
picked out what's going to be on the top yet?
Yeah, well, they cut the football out. It had a guy holding a football. And so we just left the blank arm because they didn't have any squeegees.
It's a guy on a 2-foot stepladder cleaning a ground level window.
We
Yes,
should
exactly.
we should make a pact right now that at the end of this year we'll have a fucking award ceremony. We'll have plaques and maybe a trophy made, like, and we'll just like give just like the Squeegee Life Awards, you know what I mean? Just like give people like fucking biggest douchebag on the internet, Eddie Stewart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get
Or
him a nice
funniest-
plaque. It'll be fucking great. Dude.
Or how about like funniest thing said in the comments? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, we could plug on that.
I'm thinking like window cleaning industry type thing is we need to do.
Yeah.
Oh, we can wear tuxedo T-shirts and give out awards.
Yeah, dude, that shit'll be gang tuxedo t-shirts.
Oh,
We should make one of the trophies like 18 feet tall.
Yeah.
So the person
Right,
can't
yeah.
even set it up in
gotta
there.
come
As
in
long
on a
as
hand truck.
as long as you fucking handle the shipping on it, we'll get that done.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll make it a few pieces. They have to
Yes.
assembly required.
Assembly.
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah,
make
like-
life-size trophies of Mark.
Like Larry's water cannons. You gotta glue them on.
There's a place near me that I know a dude. I know he doesn't do the shit, but his family does. Makes those trophies and shit. So I could probably make a super dope fucking trophy happen. You know what I mean? Like
You got to make it so it looks like a bowling trophy, but there's a squeegee in a hand, and the dude's like patting himself on the
No,
back.
on the
Yeah.
very top of the trophy, we need the Frank Rave hanging off a ladder at the top of it.
Yes.
That'd be
I think
sweet.
I'm gonna
The Frank
chip in-
Rave Man of the Year award is what we need to do, man.
Yes, and we need one. We need definitely one, and it's definitely good. No doubt in my mind, it's going to Pro Window Cleaning. Someone on Pro Window Cleaning, and it's the Legend in My Own Mind trophy.
Yeah.
No
How do
doubt.
you pick a winner, though?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
We're gonna have to buy a lot of
that's a real
I think we
difficult.
can figure that one out
Yeah.
in about 10 minutes. Yeah.
This was one of
Yeah.
the calmest winters in pro window cleaning ever. Usually it's a total shit show in there. People are just going crazy and fighting. There really wasn't that this season.
I think people have, like the newbies, come out of the gate like a bull. You know what I'm saying? And then they start to realize maybe it's a little better to play nice in the sandbox. So I think that's what you're having. I don't know if you track the growth of that group up and down, but like anytime someone new is in there, you're probably going to see more drama.
The window guys would
for
like to
sure.
know: is Chris a total anarchist, and is his library nothing but Lysander Spooner books?
I am an anarchist at heart. I'm not sure who Lysander Spooner is, though. So that I don't know. Maybe he's got, like, a famous anarchist.
Now he's gonna have the books. He's
Yeah.
gonna go on the internets and order them.
Right?
It's just
My
cookbooks.
library consists of things like this: the Martha Stewart's housekeeping handbook, super thick, detailed instructions. It's like I got stuff like this, manuals.
Nice.
Manuals.
Yeah.
Manuals, manifestos, same thing. I don't know. Well, we'll be going to war with Russia soon, so that'll be cool. The dude's launching fucking test launching nuclear missiles and shit. What's this guy
Is
fucking
he testing
doing?
stuff now?
Dude, he launched 4 nuclear missiles the other day.
Did he?
He
I
who?
haven't. Yeah.
Putin.
Where'd you hear that?
On the fucking news.
You believe that on the news, but not every.
Dude, it was on the news, it was on the TikToks, it's been everywhere.
Dude, they say everything is on the news, though, man.
I'm telling you, bro, they show footage of it and everything, dude. He's launching.
Nothing to worry about. with the
Listen,
Russians.
bro,
Come on.
he's launching
Yeah, but
missiles,
you know what the
bro.
scary thing is? No, all kidding aside, he's got hypersonic shit that we can't shoot down.
Well, that's what he was testing.
And we are doing nothing to catch up. Nothing. Which means they say if he launches a hypersonic missile at us, it'll be too late by the time we find out about
Why
it.
would he do that? There would be no reason. That's just all fake.
Yeah.
This is all just stuff that's created. Why they did our stupid government always needs someone to could talk about and be bad. Why would they do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, some are saying.
Where are the Russians going to get cool blue jeans if they fucking blow up the United States?
Some people are saying that our government is blowing this out of.
This song is called "Fuck Your Yankee Blue Jeans."
Well, some are saying that they're blowing this out of proportion just to keep the Durham Report and everything else on the media.
This is, man, I am so off the news because I just can't take the bullshit anymore. It's all
so bad.
It's all fucking lies, and I just can't stand it. I haven't watched anything
news,
like basically since December.
When
I
can't
do it.
When I say news, I mean TikTok. That's what I meant.
Gotcha.
That's what I meant.
Well, but really, like I believe that shit more than what's coming out of the TV. Because it's just real people talking for the most part.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's really all it is. Just talking heads. You're right. It's just something to talk about.
Yeah, I kind of prefer to see a girl flipping flapjacks in her underpants, but you can watch the news.
Well, I like to see people getting mildly hurt, not paralyzed, but kind of fucked up, where they're like,
like scorpions are great. Scorpions are great.
Like car real quick.
Yeah, if there's such a thing as kind of getting your ass kicked.
Did you see the one where the dude tried to jump over the car and the car hit him, smashed the roof in, busted the windshield? Did you see that today? It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, what a fucking idiot. This car was fucking rocketing to him. It wasn't like slow. It was like 30, 35 miles an hour, just like barreling at him. And he goes to jump over and it just fucking fucked him up, dude. It was great. It's like, good for you, dude. It couldn't happen to a worser dude.
So was did he know the car? Was he trying?
Yes, it was it was like a legitimate attempt. You know what I mean? Like he was like, I'm going to jump over this car. And it didn't work. Or the new TikTok trend is where a really fat guy does karate kicks and shit, and then they cut to that scene in that movie where it's like, oh my god, it's Jason Bourne.
Dude, you know what? Now that you're saying that, I forgot all about this because it disappeared so fast. Was that whole milk crate thing?
Yeah.
The milk crate? There's nothing funnier than that.
It's the best when people
milk
eat
crate
shit,
does
dude.
To your thigh at 12 feet?
Dude, oh my god, I can't imagine. Because they had them stacked. Well, how high were they stacked?
Yeah, they're high, like 10 high.
4 or 5 high.
Yeah, they were super high. And they would fall and on top of other crates. They would. Oh, that's where that clip came from. When I fell, ooh, my back. You know what I'm talking about?
What do you think was gonna happen?
Do you know what I'm talking about, Seth? When I fell, my back.
We're talking about playing with the grape. Oh, you got shit. Just laying on the ground.
Oh, that's so funny, man. So funny. I feel bad, but I feel bad when you see stuff like that, but it's so funny. I can't help it.
Oh, I laugh every time, man.
I can't help it.
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. I feel you deserve it when you get.
I have not seen the new Jackass movie yet. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I just saw it.
I mean, you just went on a bachelor weekend, so there's no way you guys didn't watch that movie, right? I mean, you had to watch it,
Yeah, you had to watch it to get ready to go on the bachelor party.
Nothing like a bunch of dudes getting together to go see other dudes' dicks. Because, I mean, that's essentially what Jackass is. That's what Jackass is. It's like, hey, our dicks are out. Watch what we do with our dicks.
It's just all dick.
Yeah.
They take Chris Pontius' dick and turn it into Godzilla, and they'll make parts through the town and stuff, and his nuts and, the legs.
What the fuck kind of bachelor party are you going to, Seth?
One with huge dicks. He's going to a bachelor party with huge penises, is what he's doing.
Just big old ding dong.
Where they're so sad.
I thought that was only in theaters.
It is. They went and
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw it in the movies.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Christine, I can't sit.
It was like 10 degrees
Sorry,
last
Christine,
weekend,
I can't sit. That's so funny. Christine, I'm sorry, I can't sit down.
I used to have an employee.
Yeah.
Nicest guy. You would never think. It was the guy that was an amateur MMA guy. And
okay.
We'd go in the bathroom, and he would always use the stall. I'm like, do you have to take a shit? And he goes, no. I go, are you pee shy? I mean, that's cool. There's dividers up. And he's like, no. He goes, dude, any toilet with an auto flush, I don't use it. And I go, why not? He goes, because that's a camera. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah. He thought they were like the government or someone was
taking pictures of his
you know
dick.
that the
moron.
Oh
said
my
the sensor,
god!
it could be a camera, and I'm like, who gives a shit? You know? Yeah, someone once planted that in his head, so he was like, no, I'm not doing it,
Dude. It's about as bad as the flat Earth guys, man.
But here's the funny thing: we got what 21 people,
Listen,
25 people watching. Someone's gonna remember that next time they go to the Euro.
Yeah, well, listen, dude. This is the thing. I got a buddy. He's like, "Oh, I'm not getting that fucking Alexa, man. I'm not doing that shit, man. The government be listening to you, man." I'm like, "You got a cell phone in your pocket, you fucking dumbass."
Dude,
They've been listening to
wife,
your ass for years. They could turn that motherfucker on. It doesn't even have to be turned on. If you just got one in your house, this is a homing device, is what this is. Don't fucking. What are you guys, dumb?
My wife and I were going to buy a house in Tennessee right before COVID as an investment at Airbnb, and we could ride, right? And she and I are talking about it, and I'm not kidding you, dude. She looked at a couple websites, online for houses in Tennessee, and it shows up on my phone. I'm getting blowed up, even on Facebook, for Tennessee real estate. It's crazy.
Listen, dude. There's no way they're not tracking you at all times.
They are.
Yeah.
If you are like, fuck it, I don't carry a cell phone. Your car, if you gotta have a newer car, they can find you that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, new cars, dude. What does the GM have? OnStar.
Yeah.
They can shut your car off.
Well,
while
you really need OnStar if you're a Chevy driver. You really need that. So I could see why the GM came out with that, because their cars are fucking shit.
Yeah.
Eddie Stewart says, speaking of cocks, the clock behind Mark, if you Google grandfather clock, do not forget the L in clock. This is the best podcast on window cleaning on the internet that's ever been done. Yeah. I know Chris.
I would agree with that.
I know Chris and his brother used to have one similar to this way back in the day, that they say was, on the level of awesomeness that this is. But I feel like right now, we've just gone to a whole nother level. With that last statement that I read. Speaking of cocks, the clock behind Mark, guys. If you Google grandfather clock, do not, capital N-O-T, do not leave out the L when you're Googling it. Don't leave it out. Yes. Don't leave it out.
And if you do, just send the pictures to Mark Tanner.
Yeah, send them the pictures to Mark Tanner. He will store them on his phone for later use. And maybe your ladder rack, maybe your mom's mouth. Or maybe he might cut a hot dog into the shape of a dick, burn it on a grill, and stick it in your aunt's face, and every time they fucking take a picture together. Maybe you can do that. I have all these awesome pictures of Mark with my aunt and Richie, and every fucking picture my Mark is in with my family, he's holding a fucking hot dog that looks like an amputated dick.
Tell me that was the funniest thing.
Chris, every fucking picture. The only one that didn't, it was Mark, Jennifer, and Richie sitting on the couch. That was the only picture I got that's decent. The rest of them have a dick. Everywhere Mark's got, he's like got his arm around your shoulder, there's a dick pointed right at your mouth.
That's fantastic.
It is quite.
We left a hot dog in the smoker, and I cut a slit around.
Dude, it looked just like a penis,
it sat
dude.
there and I'll just say it changed color.
Yeah.
And it was one of those big fat hot dogs, right? So we stacked all the hot dogs in a tray, and then I grabbed that one and put it right on the top. And I remember looking at TJ, I go, one for the ladies.
Yeah.
We were laughing so hard.
I about pissed my pants. I was so glad my grandmother wasn't around. Even though she would have loved Mark, she would have been mortified.
What app do you use to do those things, Mark, on your phone?
It's a meme generator.
Oh, okay.
Generator. It's free. I don't pay for it. And once you
this is what I want to know. Are you still on your Frank Rave streak? You have not broken the streak yet, have you?
Yeah, but I changed it over. I have this picture of Bernie eating a corn dog. I pretty much put that on every single Frank Rave picture.
Whenever I see one of your pictures, I look for Bernie.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the one where he's sitting there freezing, Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like one time, some guy got mad because I think it was him that I swapped the face, right? And then there was all that words that said Hans and Franz and all that. So I finally figured out how to see the translation, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, the guy was calling me bad names, So I was like, it's like, when is this gonna stop? And I go, it only stops when I meet Frank Rave and shake his hand. That's when it.
I'm pretty sure you put Bernie in one of my wedding pictures.
Yes, he did.
I set him in the background.
This is the guy that fucking took a screenshot of my fucking YouTube video and stuck a ghostly image of my dead grandfather peeking around the fucking door. You know how hard it was?
To find a picture of your grandfather.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, dude.
brutal, Mark.
Brutal,
Oh,
yes.
with you.
But I don't think Frank Rave minds it. I think Frank Rave thinks it's
He
funny.
thinks it's funny because I will say this. At some point after I did it about 150 times, I sent him a private message. Hey, dude, if you want, I'll stop. And he's like, hell no, it makes my day. I love it. Okay.
Frank is super cool.
Yeah, Frank is like cooler than the other side of the pillow. That dude is like the most easygoingest guy ever. You gotta really, it seems with Frank, you gotta really break like a fundamental like rule of manhood for him to like be like, fuck you, guy. You know what I mean? You got to do some unmanly shit to Frank for him to be mad at you. He probably takes everything as funny, haha. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't even trip on that. And if you stop doing it, I'm going to be upset.
Yeah. Oh no.
Because every time, Chris is right. Every time I go and look, I'm looking. I'm not even looking for Frank. I'm looking for fucking Bernie every time, dude. And there's like nothing is sacred. There's not one picture that he posts that's not. It's just nothing sacred. It's crazy.
The funniest thing is that when because of the time difference, whatever that might be over there, sometimes he'll put something up and it's literally
his daughter's at the pool and Bernie's in the fucking stands. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
My daughter's at swim practice and there's fucking Bernie Sanders up in the fucking corner watching. It's so bad, dude. Oh my god.
With gloves on.
Yeah. He changed my rifle for a. Did you fucking take John Sago's rifle out the picture and put a big dick in the background?
Yeah, but I didn't put that online.
How many of these are you doing every day? It's got to be like more than 4, right?
Yeah, I do a lot. I've gotten so. It's not that it's good because look. I do it on the phone, and then if I see it on the computer, I'm like, God, that looks like shit, but it's still funny because I noticed. Alex or Jersey goes, oh, the heads are never straight and this and that. I'm like, but on my phone, it looks right. You know what I'm saying? So
no, they don't know what they're talking about. The best thing about them is they look bad.
Yes,
that's the best thing.
Yes, it's guerrilla meme warfare. You're just fucking like you see something and you like react. These guys are like, oh, it's not perfect. Fuck Jersey, man. Yeah. I want to walk up to Jersey and fucking go like this with his fucking hair one time. You know what I mean? Just like, relax, dude.
It's too funny.
Don't you dare try to correct Mark's fucking memeage, bro.
They're bad in a good way, Mark.
Yeah, they're bad in a good way.
I you know what it is? I'll be sitting here watching TV with the wife, and it just because I'm like a school child, I still laugh at my own stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just sit there laughing. But the Frank Rave thing, I've cleared it with Frank. He's cool with it. We have a good time, and no, it's not going to stop anytime soon.
Can you imagine the ones Mark is making for Kate that we never see?
Well, yeah, I will say this.
He sent us a fart this weekend, and she got pissed and left the dealership.
Yeah. No, dude,
he farted in the office.
We were picking up the truck. We got a new truck, and we're sitting there, and the guy walks out, and I grab the phone and put it down, low, so I could get full volume, and I start dropping it, and the salesman walks back into the office. He's just looking at me, and Kate's like, "Oh my God, get away from me!"
Well, congrats on the new truck.
Yeah,
got a Bronco.
Well, I ordered it a year and a half ago.
And you got the two-door version. You got the super. You got the super slick. The version I would have got.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that
that's the closest looking to the best Bronco they're ever made.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
My first truck was.
Oh, it looks like the OJ Bronco.
No.
No. It looks like the
original Broncos.
Broncos from the 66 to 77. 66 to 77.
Those motherfuckers are bad, dude.
68, and we ordered it a year and a half ago, and about a year ago they said they were having trouble with the hardtops. They said, we'll give you the soft top, we'll trade this out. And I go, no, I will wait. I don't want a soft top truck. I want a hard top.
Right.
Now, I will say, unfortunately, purchasing this truck, I've had to take a second job to pay for it. I mean, I'm actually an underground WCR sales rep,
Right.
So, yeah. Steve. I'm Steve. So
Steve.
I specialize in selling window cleaning equipment to dyslexic window cleaners.
Call Mark now.
Hey, call Mark now.
Right? Yeah.
Marco.
Yeah. So, but no, it's really super sweet, and I'm happy.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it drives. I only drove it 5 miles. I drove it after we came home. I drove it around the block a few times, and then, it drives like a brand new truck. It's by no means my '68 that rattled and squeaked and smelled like fuel.
Right.
But it's pretty cool. Yeah.
I've seen a lot of videos where dudes showing like the fucking motors popped in them and transmissions like grenaded and shit like that.
I got 7-year.
Who isn't a
100,000
WCR's rep? I'm not. Mark's not. Seth's not.
No.
I'm not.
None of us are. But I mean the new guy does he's Spanish speaking. That's dope. That's kind of nice to have. You know what I mean?
Super.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we get calls every day.
No habla española, but now WCRN español. You know what I'm saying? When I say N, I say EN. You know what I mean? En español. So that's great, dude.
Yeah, it's cool.
So do you want to talk about window cleaning and all that stuff, Chris? Is there anything window cleaning related you do want to speak of? Or are you like pretty much like, that's what I like.
We can talk window cleaning, but I have nothing specific to talk about it. I talk window cleaning all day. Is this a window cleaning podcast?
I mean, kind of, but
I mean, it could be a Hollow Earth podcast.
We have a lot of window cleaning sponsors. Like, can I say that?
Yeah.
I mean, but do we talk about window cleaning? No.
Yeah, if someone has a question,
if somebody has a question, yeah, but mostly the people that watch this are like don't have a lot of questions,
Yeah.
We don't attract the question crowd. We attract the we already have the answers crowd and the I don't tell me what the fuck to do crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna do it however I want to do it crowd,
Yeah. We don't have the I can help you grow your business to $150,000 a month crowd. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here's some fake numbers.
Thank you.
That's us. Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
So, what are we going to talk about? Oh, I know. I want to ask you about because we haven't really said. What do you think about the disclosure and undisclosure of the UFOs over the last year, Chris? What do you think about that? Like they said they were going to do it, and then they're like, all right, never mind.
I mean, like sorta, there's like.
Why do you think they're honey dicking us?
Now.
Yeah, why do you think they're honey dicking us?
It just.
Joseph Skinta.
I just believe the opposite of the government. So if the government's like, we're going to tell you about this, it's like, all right, what are you distracting us from?
Russian collusion?
No.
That's not it? That's none of that? No?
What
they were distracting us from is the fact that maybe the election was stolen. That was probably what they were trying to distract us from. Like, pay no attention to this. There's aliens.
Yeah.
You could pretty much...
I think there's aliens, right? There's got to be aliens.
Yeah, there's got to be. I don't know if they're aliens. I think they just might be interdimensional beings. I don't even think space is real. None of this. I think this is all.
You don't think space is real?
I think this is all just some kind of weird, like fucking, like I don't know, like electronic, like electric thing that's happening.
Yeah,
like we don't even like a simulation. Like we don't even really exist. Like the universe is just like we're just like in an atom or something. You know what I mean? We're just.
But like existence only. Is existence only when you're conscious of it?
And if that's the case, does existence can go in and out for you? Like if you're, you know what I'm saying? Is consciousness exists?
All right, Seth. Do you ever get like surgery where you got anesthesia or something like that?
Yes, I've had one surgery like that.
Good night. And like when you get surgery, it makes you think like, oh, there's nothing when you die. You just turn off.
Right.
Because it's literally off. So consciousness during that period ceases to exist.
Right.
So like, what is that? You know?
Yeah, so like, is that existence? Like, is consciousness the existence? You know what I
And
mean?
if there's no one there
It's
to
different for
perceive
everyone.
that existence, is there existence?
Right.
It's,
So
yeah,
like if a
it's a lot
tree
to think about.
if a
Well,
tree
I
falls in
disagree.
no, seriously, if a tree falls in a wood, does it in the woods and nobody's there to hear it, does it make a sound? You know what I
I
mean?
don't think it does.
It is like that.
You know what
It
I'm
is
saying?
like
It's
that.
the same
exactly
thing.
like that.
It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Man,
weird stuff.
I know
man.
you're gonna
Mark's
get
like,
people-
I'd rather you talk about football. At least Kate can feed
No.
me things to say.
I'm listening. It's interesting to me. I believe that there is life on other planets. I also believe that we've been visited. I also believe that if they have the ability to get here from wherever, they also have the ability to not be seen, but they want to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
So yeah,
government.
I feel like aliens here could be like, they could be like aliens from another planet, but probably not. They could be time travelers from a future Earth.
Mhm.
You know, because you could see like, okay,
Which
those
is
little
more
gray aliens
plausible.
could be humans.
I think time travel is more plausible than traveling the expanse of space, because essentially you would have to time travel to do that.
Well, either
They're
that
one
or
and
you
the
have
same.
to have wormholes to get places. You know what I mean?
So
Like
then they'd
highways.
be so technically they would not be, they would be interdimensional beings because you're traveling from dimension
But wouldn't
to
that
dimension.
still make you an alien, though?
I don't know.
As internet, I mean, I guess however you want to describe it, it'd still be a being that we don't know anything about.
You would be alien to this plane of existence.
Ooh, yes. That
Okay.
is it.
Well, I guess then you'd be an
Yeah.
alien. You're right.
All
Or
right, well-
or you could just be, or they could just be from the ocean, which I think is very much more plausible than anything else.
Could be that, or they could be coming out of the moon. You know, hollow moon base type
I
thing.
I've been
believe
saying that for years, dude. Nobody wants to listen
Yeah.
to me. Every time I bring it up, everyone laughs.
Yep.
Not me, TJ.
Well,
Not me. I'm on board.
I never laugh at that.
I think
But
the
astronaut
moon.
said it rang
I
like a
think the
bell.
moon is the Death Star, bro. That's what I think. I mean, I don't think it's got a big planet-killing laser on or anything, but I think it was a spaceship. That's what I think.
Yeah, totally. And there's like there's a whole bunch of stuff. There's like all sorts of videos on YouTube about how the moon was potentially brought here from another place. It could be like a hollow thing, and then it's obviously here for a purpose. And if you look at the insane mathematical symmetry between the Earth, the moon, and the sun, whereas like during, you know, like an eclipse, like the moon will totally perfectly to like the exact dimensions line up with the sun. There's a total formula there, you know. It's like it's a thing.
I've read into that. Well, I will say this. What got me going on it was Richard Hoagland and the fucking that fucking radio show. Oh my goodness, Coast to Coast. I heard Richard.
Oh
Hoagland,
God, yeah.
I heard
yeah,
Richard Hoagland on Coast to Coast one night, super late, because I used to have this. My grandfather used to have this super dope radio antenna on the side of the house, and I had a home stereo in the house, and I ran my antenna out to that. So, like, you know, we had a big tower for television back in the day, so I climbed that bitch and, you know, hooked up the radio antenna to it, and I got Coast to Coast that night, and I fell asleep listening to that shit, and I read a book, Richard Hoagland's book, the Dark Mission. I'm sorry, Dark Mission. I read Dark Mission. I was like in high school, and there was a section in about the astronauts going to the moon, and then when they landed on the moon, which I guess everyone thinks is not real now, which is fucking crazy to me. But anyways, when they jettisoned off the moon, when they launched back off the moon, they had too much ballast. There's too much moon rock in the lander. So they jettisoned one of the O2 tanks.
Yeah, or the orbiter or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and when it hit the ground, the seismographs on the moon that they left on the moon rang like a bell for like a couple of hours. The moon rang like a bell.
If it's not hollow, how would it ring?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. So that's really crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, man. That motherfucker. That's the Death Star, bro. They're putting it right in front of our face with Star Wars, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, they're
I'm
talking about getting to Mars by 2030 and actually like having a human touch Mars by 2030. And like, how long has it been since we've been to the moon? It seems weird to me
That we
never
haven't
we
gone.
went there and didn't go back.
Right. Well,
And then you hear like the reports from the astronauts saying like, "Oh, we were told not to come back. Like, don't come back here." You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting because there was like one of the Apollo missions where they had a separate frequency that no one else could pick up, but ham radio operators could pick it up, where they would cut out on the general conversation, go
it
to
was
a
the
different
medical channel
frequency.
or something.
Yes, and ham radio operators could pick that up, and they were saying, "There's something looking at us, over
Right.
there. They're watching what we're doing."
Right.
I
mean, if you think about I get what people say about the moon footage. It had to be faked. Like Stanley Kubrick did all that footage in a fucking
They said
studio.
the flag is waving.
But this is the thing. There is a good technical explanation for why there's people that think that the moon landing never happened. That's because of the Van Allen radiation belt. You have to travel through that. How did they get the film to come back without it being irradiated and essentially erased? Is what everyone wants to know.
Were they claiming lead cases or something?
I've never really looked into the official side of NASA's never addressed that. You know what I mean? If you look at like the Hasselblad photos and stuff like that, Hasselblad's just a style of camera that leaves hash marks and everything, like a grid, so you can put things to scale. That was a camera
back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a very high
well, if you look
camera.
at those original photos, which you can actually go to a government website right now. I used to have the link to this. It's in Dark Mission. The link to it. You can go yourself and get the original copies of the original photos downloaded straight to your computer. And if you look, back in the day, you look at them. All those pictures, the background was blacked out. Like the cross sections, you couldn't see them. They were erased. They were gone. So they were blacking things out in those photos. I don't know. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
The moon. There's some weird shit going on. Debuff.
Well, not to interrupt, I have a photo to share. And this, Chris, this is for you, buddy. I was rudely searching on my phone for the last 15 minutes. So I'm going to put this up, and I will say, if you're cool with it, Chris, we could sell autographed copies on WCR, because this is one of a kind. Let's see if I can make this work.
Oh, Jesus, Mark.
That's what he kept sticking. Hey, that's what he kept sticking in my aunt's fucking face, dude. Every photo, dude. Every photo.
Stick it in her face. That's saying in a negative way. She likes me, so she was not offended. She was more impressed with the artwork and the carving of the helmet.
She appreciated you as an artist, Mark. Right?
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
So Diego wants to know if you guys have ever considered getting LASIK.
That scares me, man. I could use it for real, but I'm scared of those lasers in my eyeballs.
Yeah, man.
I know it's an irrational fear, and I could totally use it because I'm fucking blind all of a sudden, but, like,
I'd be afraid to get lasers shot. We got another debuffer. Debuff. What's great is like there's only a couple people that know what I'm talking about, but the fact that we get guys to say it every fucking night or every podcast is absolutely excellent. It's nothing derogatory. It's just super nerdy, and none of you guys know what we're talking about, but it's still funny. Debuff. I'll explain it. But
Diego, you getting some LASIK, bro?
Yeah, Diego. Yeah, I'm wondering why he's asking that question. Maybe he's thinking about it. Maybe he's on the fence about the LASIKs.
Well, I know several people.
No, I
that
got
have
20/20.
had it. Yeah, I know several people that have had it, and everyone has had good results.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are some.
I've got a couple relatives that have as well.
Yeah. It's probably just better to not go to like Walmart Optical Center to get that, Go to
You don't want to get the cheapest LASIK. You don't want to be shopping around, you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying a quality eye health service facility?
Yeah. Fuck me, dude.
Everybody I know that's got it has said it was the best thing they ever did.
Yeah.
Because it kind of sucks wearing glasses.
Right.
How bad is yours, Chris? Like, what's your prescription?
I don't have a prescription. These are just like $5 Walmart 2x X glasses.
Are they
So,
reading?
I'll just buy like a...
What color eyes do you have, Chris?
I don't know. Brown?
Brown? What color are your eyes, Seth?
Blue.
What color are your eyes, Mark?
Blue.
What color are my eyes? Blue. You know what that means? Blue eyes are superior. None of us wear glasses.
Yeah, well, I can't.
That could be the case, yeah.
Well, you're 700 years old. That's different. You're 700 years old, dude.
Like
you're
at 40 years old, that's when it started to go. All of a sudden, I'm like,
you end up like my dad wearing, my mom's readers. Like you just not willing to buy
that. Playing around.
Dude, my father-in-law, he is notorious for that. This guy's got medical benefits, eye, dental, the whole 9 yards. He will not go anywhere but Drug Mart and buy $2.50 the $10 readers. He will not. I'm like, why won't you just buy regular glass? He's like, because I'm just gonna lose them or break them, so I'm just gonna stick to the $10. Can't see for shit, but that's Dave though. That's Dave. That's
exactly what I have. I just
those
buy
$10
on
readers.
You get 2-pack of them for $7.
I want to know how a man of your stature, a man that sits on the throne of window cleaning suppliers at the moment, is always struggling in the background to plug things in. I mean, you are like so ill prepared for this.
I was using my laptop all day and it ran out of batteries and a lot of stuff happening here. I thought you were going to complain about my cheap glasses.
No, bro. Never, man.
Yeah, it was a hard pill to swallow for me to go from 1s to 1.5s. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, in 10 years, I could probably start a fire with them.
Yeah, I'm going to be burning fucking ants in the backyard.
Burning ants? Yeah,
I'm all bored. Kate's going to come outside. You're going to be sitting in the wheelchair on the deck burning ants.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you,
can you
know
see
that?
your phone without him, Mark?
I could see the phone without him, but like if I have to read anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we built I put together a motor for my kid's Mustang, right? And 2 weeks and research and trying to figure out why I couldn't get the car to run the way it should with all the money that I spent, because it was over I'm old school. I'm not a computer.
Of course.
Long story short, I had to change the computer in the car, and there's like 60 different little wires that go into the plug, and there's no numbers on the wires, so you got to count them. And I had to switch like wire 47 with wire 60. I had to switch like 6 wires, dude. I'm there with my phone light on, a flashlight on. I got the readers on. I'm like, you're killing me, because if you hook it up wrong, that's it. There goes a $500 computer.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So today, for the first time, I was told it's not going to double check everything, but you'll know if you don't have it right when you turn that key. And I turned that key, and I left the computer sitting on the passenger side floor. And I'm like, okay, no smoke. It's gonna work. And thank God.
Don't you have to like go through you have to make sure that it's grounded? There's like a whole bunch of shit you have to make sure, because you could fuck those up so easily.
Instant. And they don't make those computers. I have to buy it used. Then I send it out and get it rebuilt to make sure it's going to work fine. Then now that it runs exactly as it should, once the motor breaks in, then it goes to a dyno and a tune shop to get programmed for the bigger injectors and everything else. But it's been, and everybody that I know that does this is my age, so they don't know about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no, it's tonight, as of just before dinner, it fired up and ran like it's supposed to. But it's been a 2-month challenge.
What happened to
2 months and a lot of money?
What happened to the WCR calendar?
Yeah, right? We need to get on that.
When was there a WCR calendar?
Oh, man.
Did I miss something?
I don't know.
There's been one in the works for like 2 years, and we almost had one ready, like with almost every picture, but some of the pictures just weren't really like print quality, so we didn't want to push out something junky,
Right. You guys are pretty much sticklers for that.
Oh, I just want to make it look cool, If you're gonna put it on the wall, it should look cool.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It must be a company-wide thing, because Jersey's like, you gotta send me a better picture, goddammit! It's not high enough resolution.
Yeah, so I sent him 40 pictures of me looking like an asshole. I was like, there you go. Pick which one you want, buddy.
Right.
I'm like, resolution, you're lucky I was able to send this to you.
Right.
I was like, attach file.
Yeah. No, it happened.
Yeah. Most people they'll put like a cool picture on Instagram, but then that instantly makes the picture not really usable for print.
Right.
There's like a weird filter on it. It's compressed and like squared up.
Right. Right. You almost to do a calendar, you almost need someone to just like go and take pictures.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and then I know a guy with a camera, likes to go places and shit. All you have to do is lure him with birds and then hook him up with window cleaners in the area, and then he could take pictures for your calendar for you.
Yeah, birds and good coffee, I believe, or you can make him
No.
a good guacamole.
DC, baby. DC, man.
Oh, see, he's a Diet Coke guy.
DC, man. DC. If you ain't fucking with the DC, you're not fucking with Richie Blue, man.
Dude, he walked in with this camera lens that was probably 2.5 feet long. I was like, come on, guys, let's go birding. I'm like, I thought you were joking.
No,
like
he's
10
dude.
degrees
He
out.
is not kidding at all, dude. At all. Like he sent me a video the other night of Richie's like sitting in his kitchen and he's like got these fucking metal cleats that rubber band strapped to the bottom of his boots and he's like walking crunch around in his kitchen. He's like, I'm all set, man. I'm all set and ready to go. I'm like, dude, what is this dude is like he's loving the snow. I'm so happy for him. I don't know about you. I mean, I think everyone here except for maybe Seth has had like a constant line with Richie from the California to Pennsylvania thing, like and everything in between. He's
in a great place.
Yeah, man, he's doing so good. I'm so happy for him, man. I knew, and he's like, man, I don't know what to do, and I was like, I think being closer to your family is probably gonna change a lot of shit for you, man. And he's like, yeah, you're probably right. I was like, because he was like in between a couple of places. I was like, man, you need to go be by your brothers and shit. Have you ever gotten any videos with him and his brothers?
Yeah.
That's
just like
dude, it's the best. I can't wait till May, dude. It's gonna be the best filming experience of my life.
Yeah, you gotta film every
minute.
minute.
I will.
Going on?
Huh?
Is it just a lot of pomade going on in bomber jackets?
No, actually, I mean Richie's really. I mean they all have their. They really do have all their own kind of style, but Richie's kind of switched it up. He's lost the California chic, and now he's more the Pennsylvania coal miner looking guy. He's got big flannels, the big flannels, and the the Carhartts and stuff. Yeah, he's went straight East Coast on us, dude. Like real quick. Yeah,
he changed up quick.
Yeah, real quick. Yeah. He got familiar with his surroundings. He's like, you know what? I can look cool or I can be warm. So he's like, you know what? I'm going with warm.
I got bummed out like 2 years ago, right before COVID happened. I was in San Diego for like 3 or 4 days. When I was out in California for those couple months, we drove down. And me and Richie tried like 7 times to like meet up. But every time I was like either at a bar and he was like, or I was like leaving to go do something. Yeah. And he was like doing route work. So I didn't get to see him in his element out there. But it seems like he's having a good time. And,
I'm not exactly sure which part. I know it's super close to Chris. So it's got...
He's in Scranton.
He's in Scranton. There you go, Scranton. So yeah, they're close together. Like you guys are like 45 minutes, hour away from each other?
Maybe like an hour 10 back roads. He's right next to Dunder Mifflin.
Okay.
Is that a real thing?
No. But that's where it's supposed to be, Scranton.
That's hilarious.
Well, I'm gonna be making a trip to go hang out with Richie, and we're gonna sew some stuff. We're gonna drink Diet Coke. We're gonna have a sleepover. It's gonna be cool.
Have to get together.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting. I'm gonna make the pilgrimage to WCR. And
awesome.
It's gonna be cool. I'm not gonna bring any window cleaning tools and be like, I'm gonna clean your windows while I'm here. Ha ha! I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go ahead and be like, hey, what's up, guys?
I've seen those shelves. You don't need to bring anything.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm sure you guys got tools. I'm not gonna be pretentious and like, I'm gonna clean the windows while I'm here. Dee.
Right. Yeah, we got some tools.
Why don't you guys clean your own windows?
We do sometimes.
Do demonstrations on your own windows.
Yeah, we do sometimes.
Scranton Strangler. Mike Nichols always has a gem for every podcast. He's got a gem or two.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what he says; it's always good anyway.
Yeah.
So, is Zero coming out with anything interesting that we can expect? Little hint, maybe.
We got a new tiny pure water system coming out that we've been working on for a few months.
Smaller than the Junior. Smaller than the Junior?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But it's going to have the, the 21-inch housings on it, but it's just got a little bit of a smaller footprint.
Cool.
Not much other than that, probably a couple little accessories. We did a new kind of like quick locky gooseneck thing that's been at the plastic molding people for like 8 months. Like a little quick lock deal.
I'd like to get a couple of I might, since I completely imploded my fucking X2, all my my shit froze. And
Oh, the tree thing, right?
No, the electric, the froze, yeah. My X2, the plastic housing for the DI and the sediment filter on the back expanded and fucking kaboom blew. They cracked, so I have to get new ones. I was thinking about just taking it apart and like bungee strapping it to my fucking top of my skid.
Put it on the roof of the skid.
Yeah, fuck it. You know what I mean?
You could like take it apart and like use the parts.
I mean, I don't, well, I mean, I was thinking about future photo opportunities with my X2. It's not going to be really cool if I like destroy it and fucking like.
Yeah, if it's got duct tape.
yeah. Well, I'm just going to order new housings in the spring. Whatever, it's cool. You know what I mean? But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put it on because I was toying around with a way I could just leave it like solid and get it up there. But I was like, man, if I do that, there's a chance it's gonna fall off the truck. So I'm just gonna take it all apart and like put it on there and stuff it in there. Fucking give it the old. But I like running it through. I like running it through the full, all the stages, DI, the OR, everything, RO, the whole deal, and then put it through the polishing too. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just, I like to do both because there's a DI cartridge on the skid already. So, but I like to run it through that, all the stages.
You're at less than zero.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That's what I like too.
Sub-zero.
Yeah, right. Sub-zero, baby. Yeah, with the X2 and the skid mark.
Skid mark.
Water's so aggressive, it's melting the glass.
Why don't
we've been building the systems in house since like late October. We took on some space and we've been cranking them out of there. The
new one that you sent down for the show is a very nice. That's a perfect entry level. I assume it's cheaper than some of the other ones. The one that you sent down for the trade show.
That's like $600 cheaper than anything else on the market that's comparable.
Yeah, that's the one that you had the problem with the wheels, right? Meaning the wheels that are on it were taken from someone else's.
Oh gosh!
I saw that. I saw the text on that.
Holy shit! Was it on your radar, TJ?
Yeah. Point being, that's a beautiful little system, man. Especially for someone who's just getting into it. It doesn't break the bank. It's well built. You know what I'm saying? It's light.
Or if you have a small footprint in your van or something like that, and you need, something mobile, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
You guys aren't fucking around over there, that's for sure. I mean,
I've had my hands in. I've parked myself up there in that space for the past 4 months. I'm still there, just trying to get it like really, really, really perfect.
Dialed in.
Refining a couple things.
Right.
Things tend to work better when I park my desk in there and just sit there until it's. Right,
once you guys started hanging out with us and sponsoring this podcast, you guys as a company have done a lot better. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
So
we attribute the vast majority of the success to you.
Yeah, there's a big correlation.
You're welcome. Yeah, we try. We really try our best. The millions of people that listen to this show a week. You guys are really
Spotify's been. I don't know about you, TJ, but Spotify.
They won't leave me alone, bro. They won't leave me alone either, Mark. It's really bad. It's just like, man, you can't buy us. You know what I mean?
I'm like, you know what? You want us to do new mall grand openings and stuff, but I don't have the time.
Yeah, if I have to sign another old lady's titty, man, I'm just gonna fucking, boom.
If you're dealing with Spotify, I just suggest you make sure they're gonna not delete any of your back episodes.
Oh yeah, that's a big bummer too, man.
Because you got some wild ones out there like episode 50 and.
They start. Ooh boy, there's some bad ones on there. There's some bad ones. There's a lot of bad ones. I got rid of a bunch of them though. I deleted a bunch of them.
You found them too distasteful, or?
Yes. The Perry ones went. There was some other shit. There was some other things in some older episodes that was said that I was like, now that I look back on it, I'm like, and I just get rid of it. You know what I mean? I delete it from the metaverse.
It's always out there though. It's like I've always said.
Yeah, it is.
If anybody ever got a hold, first of all, I can never run for any kind of office, including dog catcher, where I live. And if anyone ever got a hold of my phone and saw what I look for on Google when I'm making these stupid memes, I would be arrested instantly.
You know what I think is funny is Eddie is always talking shit about cleaning windows in the cold. Always talking shit. Chris needs to invent a heated T-bar. Shut up. Eddie.
Yeah, doesn't Eddie not clean windows if it's like under 60 degrees or some shit like that? Didn't he say that last time he was on?
I don't know, dude. I think so, but the dude, I mean, like an inch of snow shut Texas down for like 2 fucking months. What are we talking about?
Right?
That's kind of true.
You know what I mean? We're digging fucking out of drifts like every 3 days up here and still cleaning windows. Shut up.
Yeah.
We're not doing it naked either, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, dude, it's
Go shove
it's
another
weird here.
squeegee in your ass, guy.
Hysterical. So good.
It was
so good.
probably one of the best.
The one with the iced tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The iced tea. He is too fucking much, man.
Yeah,
That
Eddie
dude
Stewart is
too
on my bucket list of people to
much.
meet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think like meeting you, TJ, meeting Eddie Stewart is not going to be any different than talking to him on the phone. Because that's him.
Yeah.
And you're
So
already expecting what is going to happen.
It's
you know
so
what I'm saying?
funny.
Yeah.
I can't get the iced tea. Oh my god, he is so fucking bad. He's like the worst dude. He says the worst shit, dude, on the
weirdest
internet.
thing about him though is he's like the nicest guy on the
Yes,
podcast.
yes.
He couldn't
Yeah.
be nicer.
Yes, I mean, I was really, really, really let down when he came on the podcast. I was like, oh, Eddie, you are not gonna talk any shit whatsoever. But like,
No.
like he'll
I
get
mean,
on
I
like,
was.
podcast the first time he was on. It's just so good to hear,
Yeah.
hear him just talk.
right,
Yep.
right.
Well, I have a propane tank outside.
I'll tell you what, that picture of the squeegee in my ass crack was done by my wife.
I like the fact that he goes to fucking like Steve-O and Jersey's podcast and he's talking shit. He's talking shit in the comments everywhere. It's fucking hilarious. Yes, he's fucking. If he catches it, he's gonna be like, "Who's this girl?" or "Who's she?" Steve-O the window cleaner. Who's she?
Who's that pretty girl with Jersey?
Yeah, he's so stupid.
This is so good.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah, I get to meet Steve-O for the first time. I'm gonna go help WCR out at the pressure wash PWMCA.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're gonna go to that with him? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool,
because
man.
I got to bring stuff up there that we had left over from there. You know.
When
You
is
guys
it?
will get along great. He's a really fun guy.
Yeah. We're gonna try to do. Me and him in Jersey were talking about it. I'm like, it'd be pretty cool is if me and Steve-O wash windows together. You know what I'm saying? And
That would be
so we
excellent.
might do because he's always doing videos.
Right.
I'm game.
Yeah, that
You know,
would
we'll
be
find
excellent.
something.
You've clean, me and you had a window cleaning race. Now you can have a window cleaning race with Steve-O and get torched
race.
get torched by another younger guy. Get fucking
You still don't
tizzorched.
realize that I'm a southpaw. Watch the video. I was clean with my right hand. Give you a chance.
What
Okay.
Mark
Yeah,
doesn't
I
realize
like
is
stuff
I
on
shot
the
video
field,
the
but
entire time we
yeah.
were working together.
First-
He's slow. He's short.
First of all,
and he
well,
can
let's
barely
back
reach the
this
top
up
of
a
the
minute.
windows. He
Let's back
leaves
this up a minute.
holidays everywhere.
It was freaking
Holidays
it was-
everywhere.
it was
Mr. Captain Runny Britches over here. Get out of here,
It
man.
was like 40 below,
your
and
tops.
I'm
Wipe
standing
your
there
tops,
in
Jay.
12 pounds of jacket. Yeah, it was. I didn't even want to get out of the truck. I only did it because of
It
the
wasn't
opportunity.
even that cold. I was wearing a fucking hoodie and blue jeans. This guy's like got a thermal underwear on, a fucking sweatshirt, a fucking a flannel, an insulated flannel, my Carhartt jacket, which is probably the best part of the whole video. Is Mark in my little Mark in my fucking
Yeah, I look like that
jacket.
kid in Christmas Story.
Yes.
I can't put my arm down.
It was a cool 60 degrees and Mark is dying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
no, it was bad. And then
it was bad. Well, Mark
was-
came up here with fucking COVID. He was fucking patient zero.
I wasn't. The
The
first job we went to, was a Wendy's.
It was COVID.
The first job we went to was a Wendy's. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then
Standing
so
in the booth.
TJ felt bad, so he put me on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, they weren't even open yet.
Yeah.
I get inside the Wendy's. I start washing. I know he's watching me to make sure I do a good job on his account. He didn't like the fact that I stand in the booth, but yeah, I'm a booth stander, right? Okay.
Totally
Not
grossed
only
me
did I
out,
finish
dude.
the inside before he even got halfway around, the manager was throwing rocks at him, telling him, "Don't come back." Telling me to move to Ohio. Free food. I had breakfast.
That's not what he
was a
said.
lot.
That's not what
It
he
was a lot.
said. That's not what he
What
said.
did I say?
You
Think
were,
you need to come
it was
up here and
more
start-
along the lines that the manager wanted your junk.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're
And she was
This guy standing
amazed
on
by
my
your
roof.
window cleaning abilities.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck,
The Wendy's
man.
lady wanted my hot and juicy.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's
No.
anything wrong with that. Oh, Marcus.
So I'm actually
super
hoping that
slow
Steve-O
window
and I
cleaner.
can wash together just because
That'd be cool,
I
man.
actually would enjoy that.
That'd be
you know?
cool, dude. You should
Yeah.
like if you can do that, you should take that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
For sure.
We'll find
Awesome.
some time to do it.
Awesome. That's cool.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
it's been so cold here lately. I've just been obsessed with like looking at average temperature graphs of various places around the world.
Mm.
Like I used to operate under the assumption that it was warm here like 6-7 months out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it's only warm like 3 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking at all these various areas across the country. Lots of them down by you, Mark. I got to
Yeah.
get out of here. I'm so
Yeah,
cold.
The amazing
So
thing is
sick.
as I think I said before, I'm 125 miles south of Orlando. I left my house. It was in the 60s. I got up there. It was in the 40s. It was raining, and I felt bad for everybody that came to South Florida to enjoy our weather.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, by the third day, the rain had passed out. It got up to near 70, and it was beautiful out. You know, but the thing is, in Florida, it's like 200 miles north. It's 20 degrees. I mean, it's amazing the temperature difference all the time.
So are we gonna? Is it gonna be like WCR West Palm Beach?
Oh, dude, I would love it.
Is that what's gonna happen?
I would
Chris?
love it, too.
Is that what's gonna happen,
I
Chris?
don't know. It
Is
doesn't-
the
it
world
doesn't make a
headquarters
lot of
gonna
sense
miss
to
it?
ship at it? It doesn't make sense to ship from there.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah,
the
it's the
best
corner
place
of
to
the
ship
country.
from is Tennessee and Salt Lake City.
Uh-huh.
If you can ship from Tennessee and Salt Lake City from just two places,
There's a
you
lot
can
of
get everywhere in 2 days in the United
there's
States.
a lot of people that are moving to Tennessee. A lot of
Yeah.
people are like migrating to
Great
Tennessee.
state.
Tennessee's a great state, man, and there's a lot of I mean, you can get away from motherfuckers in Tennessee.
Dude, Tennessee is great, and you can still get a lot for your money there.
Yeah,
too.
my family's
The
from Oak
weather's
Ridge.
comparable to where you and I are, TJ. They're just slightly south of us. You know,
Yeah.
I talk to John Lee there like every day, and their weather is really only like 3 weeks off yours and mine. You know what I
Right.
mean? They're just like slightly south.
Right. Yeah,
But they got
man.
low taxes, and it's it's nice there. A lot of growth opportunities.
Winter definitely doesn't last as long.
No,
Yeah.
The benefit.
no, it doesn't. Winter. Let's talk about winter. Jeez, I already don't want to live here now. I already want to kill myself. You guys want to talk about that shit?
Dude, you're a lifer. You're not leaving.
I went. Was in the Florida like 2 months ago. I didn't tell you I was going there, Mark, because I didn't want to. Because I was going to be by. I was going to go by where you live, and
Uh-huh.
I ended up not going, so I didn't tell you in
No, it's all
advance. I
good. Dude.
wasn't sure
But
the kids
anytime
were
you
gonna
come
fuck it
down,
up.
yeah, at least we go to lunch or something, or
Yeah,
hang
yeah,
out.
yeah, absolutely.
definitely.
So I was up there in Jacob Williams territory, and I was freezing. I needed
Yeah.
a jacket. It was cold. He's
Yeah.
up in there. It was the Panhandle area, I
Yeah.
guess, up there. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
pretty much Georgia up there. Yeah,
Yeah, it didn't even seem like Florida weather.
yeah.
It's a lot different there.
I recommend to everybody that wants a vacation in Florida to go down to the Keys. It's like,
Every day.
it's so laid back. It's just nothing happens fast. You'll wait for 25 minutes to get your order at Denny's, and then you start to get used to it. Nobody gives a shit.
Right.
But if you like to fish, it's some of the best fishing around in the country. If you want to just lay on the beach, if you want to just people watch, you'll see anything you want to see down there. You know, it's like the most relaxing place.
Yeah, if you want to see
Yeah, my
roosters, take
dad's
those
down in
towns.
Key West today, actually.
Oh,
really?
yeah?
Yeah. I like Key West. I've been there before. It's cool. There's just it's just super laid back. You got that street where you can drink.
Duval.
You got that
Yeah,
butterfly
Duval's.
place.
Yeah.
You got, Hemingway House, that kind of stuff. It's nice.
I made the mistake when my wife and I were dating. We went to Duval Street for New Year's, and it's probably the closest thing to like a Mardi Gras celebration, which I'm not a fan of being crowded and touched and everything. The fucking urine is flowing down the street like wine. You look over, people are peeing all over. a train wreck of a party. A train wreck of a party. But Duval Street in Key West is awesome.
The urine flowing down the street like wine, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to I think Key West is like the only place in the United States is actually considered like tropical weather, right?
Yeah. We go down to Key Largo and we rent a cottage down there. It's on the bay side, and they have a lot of amenities there. I bring a smoker down there, and usually as much of the family comes down, once a year, and it's just. Dude, it even though there's windows there, it's like one of the few places I'm not looking at windows on how would I clean that or who's cleaning that, And actually in Key West, Chris, you'll find this funny. I don't know if he's still around, but I saw him years ago, kind of resembled Hulk Hogan, but an older guy riding on a bicycle with a milk crate bungeed on the back, and he gets out, he knows what he's doing, he's washing windows, and I walk up and, just start bullshitting with him. He's like, I've been doing this area here for 30 years and this and that. And you start to realize that the Key West people take care of the Key West people. That's why they don't like Jimmy Buffett. Jimmy Buffett bailed on the Keys, but wrote music about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I walk into the souvenir shop he was cleaning, and I'm like, hey, I was just kind of wondering, how often do you have your windows cleaned? They're looking at me like, and I'm like, well, I'm in the same business, but I live, a couple hundred miles north. And they're like, I don't even know. He goes, he just shows up whenever he feels like it. We pay him, right, cash out of the drawer, whatever he asks for. He's been doing it for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? You ain't touching that job for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No schedule.
Yeah.
Nothing. No, he just, whatever he feels like doing or what needs cleaned is what he cleans. You know what I'm saying?
That's his job until he decides not to be doing that job anymore. Yeah.
Yep.
So how far down the Keys is Key Largo? Like how deep do you go?
It's probably close to hour and a half to 2 hours north of Key West. Key West is a long ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like probably 3 hours down from the beginning of it all. Yeah.
So Key Largo is like
Key Largo.
Yeah, it's one of the most northern keys that there is. You know what I'm saying? So
now I'm gonna go watch Cocktail. As soon as I get off of here.
There you go, man. Yeah, no, I went to Duck Key last year, and Mark recommended a restaurant in Largo that was fucking awesome. Feet and tar pants.
Yeah.
There was like it was like antiques, but like swap shop kind of thing going on over there. 8,000 bars. I was like, all right, I like this.
Yeah.
Do you have seafood?
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
a lot of the we go out there, like the last few times we charter a boat, you know what I'm saying? We'll go on a charter, I should say. And a drift boat, but a charter. And dude, there's nothing like fish that was swimming 2 hours ago and it's in the smoker or on the grill 2 hours later. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's you don't even have to know how to cook and it tastes good.
Right.
It's fresh.
Yeah. How often do you go on vacation, Chris? Are you a heavy vacationer, or are you just like, go when you've had enough? You one of those?
No, I don't really. We basically just take every year like a 2-week family road trip to various parts of America, and
that's
just
cool.
See weird roadside oddities, stay at shitty hotels, and just drive with the kids and just show them America,
Right.
Chris is out there with the world's largest ball of string.
We went to the world's largest ball of string, and it's right by Luke, the window cleaner's house.
Really?
I threw my daughter on top of it. She lost her mind.
That's
it was
awesome.
like 12 feet tall, and I hurled her up there. World's largest ball of twine. It's in Missouri.
How amazing is that? How old are your kids?
14, 8, and 8 months.
Dude, that's got to be a super awesome road trip, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
The back of that car's got to be super rad, dude. Especially the 14 and the 8-year-old. That's got to be excellent.
As you could imagine.
Yes.
Really well.
Right?
That's great. I know how my
poking
daughters.
me.
I know how.
He's poking
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I know how my daughters were in the back. Oh my lord! Anytime we went anywhere, I wanted to what are we doing? I don't understand. I thought we were supposed to be relaxing. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not relaxing. Yes, this is not relaxing at all. Mark with 2 boys in the back of a car. I can only imagine how that was. You know what I mean?
We usually would just rent something so our shit would be destroyed.
That's the way to
usually
go.
what we'll do.
That's the way to go.
We'll just rent something because then like we could like ditch it somewhere. We could hop on a train, hop on a bus. You know, take an airplane from here to here. Like you know, make it a longer
That's cool.
distance. But yeah,
that's kind of like, I think that's me and Jennifer's kind of like retirement plan, is to get an RV and just like cruise, just like do, you know what I mean, just cruise.
Yeah. Dude, there's just like endless shit to see in America. There's so much cool stuff here. We have like
everything.
Like,
we have it all.
Everything.
We have it all.
Yeah. There's like all the different zones. Like up by Seth's is awesome. Like it's, you know, by me and you, it's kind of similar. I think.
Right.
By Mark, it's like tropical, and you go.
I would love to go to Maine.
Like giant stuff.
I'd really like to go to Maine. I'd like to go to Arizona. Arizona would be
Maine's
great.
Beautiful, man. If you go up to like Bar Harbor and into like Acadia National Park, it looks like a picture. It doesn't.
I heard like Maine is like wilderness, like scary wilderness. Maine.
It can be, yeah.
Like you could get
past like Angor and shit.
Yeah, like I heard.
Up there.
Yeah, I heard it's fucking wild up at Maine. Is wild as shit. Like a lot of people don't realize how wild Michigan is. Michigan's another spot that's that's. I mean, my aunt lives in a she lives in a she lives in kind of like the middle of Michigan, and she's got a really nice home, but the road to it is fucking dirt. You know what I mean? It's country in Michigan. It's a lot more country than people think.
Yeah. Well, every place has their areas. Like when people say, like at IWCA, we went to dinner, and someone was like, "I want to see alligators," and I'm like, "Okay." But they were going to Naples area. They were going to go to Naples, and I'm like, "Dude, just hit Alligator Alley. There's plenty of observation little parks. You just pull in." And he's like, "Well, where am I going to see alligator?" Go just look in the water.
Right.
You will see alligators. Trust me.
Yeah.
You know,
airboat tours down there.
Airboat tour.
Yeah, Jason Lehman said his parents had 10 in a Suburban for vacation in the Pacific Northwest. Could you imagine 10 Jason Lehmans in the back of a Suburban?
Right,
like had to fucking be Harry and all of the Hendersons. Harry's and the Harrys.
I can imagine Jason being like 6.5 feet tall in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Just like he was just kind of like always like a bigger guy.
Yeah.
He looked like Andy Reid in that like. Do you ever see that when you did the pump pass and kick thing? You saw all these grown ass man doing it. Yeah, that's what I imagine Lehman looked like.
My God.
Jason's mom is probably a real trooper.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta be. Yeah.
Special lady.
Yeah,
very special.
Driving across the country is some of the best stuff you can ever do, man. 2 years ago, I did a cross-country trip from Mass to San Jose, but we went down to Nashville first. So we kept through, like Asheville, North Carolina, all that way down. And it's wild, man. It's beautiful. I mean, the way everything changes, and it's amazing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I think you take it for granted when you don't go and see it.
Right.
Well, the only thing is,
cool, man.
You gotta you really got to know where you're going. The first time we went to Tennessee, we stopped off in Georgia at a hotel to split the trip in half. And, my wife was just like, this is the halfway point. We'll stop here. So we had 2 trucks, 2 trailers, 4 bikes, and we pull into this hotel.
AKA side by side. They have 4 wheels,
side by
not
side.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not technically, they're not bikes. What they are is 4-wheelers, but
I'm just going to say it like this. We pull into the hotel, like, you can pull in where you take all your luggage out of the marquee, the portico or whatever. We come pulling through there. I walk in to check on the room, and about 4 guys come out of the back, and the cell phones open, and they start calling and looking at everything we got. I go to my wife. We need to go. And she's like, what? I go, we will come out, and there's not going to be anything on these trailers. You see, what my point is, you really got to know.
Yeah.
Like, probably good to speak to people that where not to go. Like, if someone calls me, I'll tell them where not to go in Florida, because every area has places that you don't want to be if you're a tourist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be safe, especially if you have your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
They have these like road trips are awesome. They have these like Amtrak tickets you can get because there's trains everywhere. You can get in the summer like a $300 like seasoned pass to trains, $350, where you could just ride Amtrak for like 4 months for this small amount, and like you can go everywhere. Like I got one, and I went from Newark down New Orleans on this thing called the Crescent. That was awesome. got one. We went from north. We went from North Dakota to Chicago to Pennsylvania, and they're so cheap, and it's a great way to travel because it's.
How do you get to the station? So how do you get to the station? Do you just drive to the Amtrak station near you?
Yeah.
I imagine they're pretty. I've never been on one. They're pretty comfortable, right?
Oh, they're awesome. And then like so you can get like
Did
a
you
general
sleep on it?
season's pass. Yeah, well they have individual sleeper cabs and they have family sleeper cabs. So you can get an individual sleeper cab from New Jersey to New Orleans for like $125, where you get 2 meals and you get this little pod to sleep in. It's got like a bed and a little like coffee table. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you get like big ones that are like, I don't know, like 6 by 10 or something like that sleep 4 people. It's just like a great way to see the country for like super duper cheap.
Yeah.
Get out of here,
the
man.
viewing areas on those trains too, like the whole glass dome that you can like sit in like during the day. It's awesome, man.
That cheap, really?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like what Steph's talking about, they have these observatory cabins where it's like a whole cart has just got these captain's chairs that you can spin around, and the roof is glass and the sides are glass, and you just see all this awesome stuff that you would never see. And it's weird too because like you're like sort of off the beaten path.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have cell phone reception most of the time, which is also awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. How long does a trip like say from like you said from up here to down to like New Orleans? How long does it on the Crescent? How long would that take?
24 hours.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man.
The only thing is, it probably fast, but is there a lot of stops, or is it a straight?
Tons of stops.
The stops are what drags it down a little bit, But that's cool.
But
it's a fun thing to do.
24 hours, 24 hours, and you don't have to drive or fly. Shit, bro.
Well, you can spend the time enjoying the scenery. and not drive.
The tracks cut through like areas that you would never get a chance to really see by car, or like know where to pull off. Like,
right, of course.
There's the one that goes out to Colorado that brings you. I think it's in New York City to Colorado. Yeah. I think you go to Chicago and you cut that way, but you'll go through mountain passes and like cuts. And I've watched the videos on it. I want to do that one really bad.
Yeah. Amber Alert.
Yeah. Hang on, let me get it.
Child.
Yeah, Chicago is the general area that most trains plug into in one way or another. That's like the big hub in the United States. And there's like, when you're on it, there's like this whole
Excuse me, Chris. It's actually a silver alert. Phil Alexander found the keys to the car. Okay.
Has he found the car?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, what were you saying, Chris?
There's just like this whole train scene of train people that you get to meet, like these people that are just like professional train travelers, and you just like they just love to talk, and you go like in a dining car and talk shit with them, and it's fun.
No shit, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would love to do that because I've been obsessed with trains my entire life.
Like, and you don't like absolutely flying, so like
and I'm not definitely. Well, I never, I've talked like I was gonna like this when I was thinking about coming to the, which I'm glad I didn't because I almost got beat up, but
yeah,
I was thinking about if I go, I was like, you know what, I think I'm just gonna take the train down there. I mean, because everyone's like, the train goes right there, you'll be good to go. You know what I mean? So I was like, I just have Mark pick me up at the train station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my plan. That was what I was gonna end up doing.
That probably wouldn't be that long of a trip.
You're probably man. That's a ride. It's probably about 20 something hours to get there. Anywhere between 20 and 26.
But still, I spent
sleep for 16. 8 or 9 hours.
I spent like 16, 17 hours one way going to Branson. I mean, when I'm on a ride in a train, an extra 4 or 5 hours. Who gives a shit? You know.
Well, and you get to sleep for like a portion of it.
Be totally whacked out of my shit. You know what I mean? The whole time, and just really enjoying myself. So. Shit, that'd be fun, dude. Man, that's
you can openly smoke weed on the train. No one cares.
Shut up.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty loose, man. It's a whole scene.
No shit.
And there's enough stops you can get off and rip a butt if like you wanted to, like do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Is it is it a family friendly atmosphere when you say it's a whole scene?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
Yeah. It's old people, man.
No shit. That'd be cool,
Yeah, it's
man.
old people. Yeah, old
I've
people
always,
are cool.
I mean, like Seth said, I've always thought, man, that'd be a cool way to see the country. Is take a train from the north to the south, or from the north to the south, and then from the east to the west. That'd be a cool way to see the country. You know what I mean? That'd be sweet, dude.
Yeah, and the Amtrak
really
goes like 70 or 80 miles an hour, doesn't it? That thing
quick.
moves.
Yeah, we have
It
an
depends on,
Amtrak
like, what it's
station right
going
here in
through, what
town.
the stops are like.
Yeah.
We have an Amtrak station right here in town. I'm sure I could probably get anywhere I wanted to from right here. I'd probably have to take a train to another train, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, you'd have to take it to a bigger hub and then go from there to Orlando. It's
Ronnie said that those Amtrak trains crash more than airplanes.
That is true.
Yeah.
Well, I don't give a fuck. You know what? I'll be able to jump out the train if I really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? You can't jump out a fucking commercial airliner, bro.
You're on the ground, man. It's all right.
Yeah, I'm on the
I
ground,
remember
bro.
the last plane, I didn't sleep the entire flight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I fly to Florida, I'm asleep. I can be in the middle chair next to the crapper, and I'm out cold till I land. Like, I don't wake up.
Really?
You know, some people freak out around me. We had tons of turbulence. This last
And
flight,
you're
when
just-
I flew back in on Monday, I'm asleep. I didn't even know what happened. I had no idea.
Nice.
Dude, I fall asleep before the plane takes off. There's something about sitting there idling, just puts me to sleep.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it's like the
I'm
sound
out.
of the
I'm
engine.
out before it even goes off.
Yeah. Same, man.
I
really
probably,
not-
I mean, most likely, I would venture to say. Well, I've said this, and I'll say it again. The only way I'm getting on the plane is if Mark needs me. If Mark needs me in a short amount of time, I will get on a plane.
I'll tell you what I do is I prepare for a plane ride. I don't mind plane riding, but I don't drink much in the airport. I don't eat much before I get on, so I don't have to go in that bathroom. I could totally see you doing a Chris Farley in the bathroom, dude. It is claustrophobic. You can't turn around, and I guarantee you, the time that I finally do use it and get the guts up, some old man's just dropped a monster coil in there, and it didn't go all the way down.
That would be me. every
Yeah,
time.
that would be
That's
Seth.
it.
Yeah, serial
The only time I wake up
the
is to
serial
take a shit
shitter, Seth Myers,
Right.
just shitting everywhere. This dude just shits anywhere.
Yeah.
If I have to go, I'm going. Wherever it is.
You could get on a plane how they got B.A. Baracus on the plane by drugging his milk all the time.
There you go. Yeah.
That would be the way to do it. Drugging his milk. That's fucking great, Chris.
Oh, man, we're going to get B.A. on the plane again.
Bunch of fucking nerds, man.
Oh.
So yeah, man. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super looking forward to it not being colder anymore and being able to focus on a little bit of window cleaning. How about you, Seth?
Same, man. I just
We're not too far off. How many days are we away? Like 40?
I'm 30 days.
Oh, is it? Maybe it is
What's
30.
it? I'm trying to think. Yeah, it's the Sunday before St. Patrick's Day is when we get daylight savings, and that
Okay.
to me is like the end of winter.
Yeah.
You get that, you're good to go.
That you're right. So yeah, we're close, man. We're close.
Yeah, exactly, man. I looked at the weather report for here, and it's going to be in the mid 50s.
It's
for the
50
next 5 days.
It's 53 here
Nice.
right now.
It's awesome.
Really?
Don't worry. It's gonna be 13 degrees on Friday, so we got that going for us.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah. That's what Ohio
Seth,
does.
I heard you say. Yeah, same here. Yeah. Seth, I heard you say on the podcast when Mark was absent, you're like, "Oh, spring's coming." And I'm like, start calling all my customers. Do you like personally call them?
Yeah. So me and my brother and my office manager just split it up and call. We found
Just
like
call.
you can send the blast email, but I have a lot of like old people who like want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Or people
phone
I've been
calls
to
way
their house
better.
for
Yeah,
Yeah, and they
years.
probably don't do
Like,
it.
hey, what's up? Yeah, they know who I am. They know at least one of us. So, you know,
So
it
you
can
get
be.
tons of work scheduled.
That's
with
how
that
I do
call.
98% of
really
mine
well for
like
me.
that.
It all depends on your company, but for me, you know, being smaller family, kind of, I'm the guy. I'll schedule the work. I come and do the work. It's a nice little touch to do, but you know, blast emails work too.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's why I've retained the customers that I've had all these years is by that very thing, that personal. Like I do the same thing. I
The
make
phone
sure.
call's superior
Yeah,
to the
way
the
better
email
than
in
an
every
email or a postcard or door hanger.
It's
It's just
and it's
way
just so
better.
much easier to get them on the schedule now because I know when they're going to call me. I know when
Exactly.
they want to go. It's
Yep.
just like, why wait? Just I'm gonna put you on the day.
I mean,
If
I
it
pretty
rains,
much
Yeah.
I've had a standing April, like full April for like 15 or 16 years. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
know this is all I'm going to be doing, this guy's house and this guy's house and this. It may not be the same exact day, but it's always the same in April, March,
Yeah.
April. It just starts. It's full up. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, that's the move, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
just
move.
give them a call, be like, hey, you know, I'm getting the schedule together, and they're like, yeah, put me down for, you know, whenever in April or whenever in March. I don't care, you know, just get me back on the schedule. I'll see, you know, and like some of them are once a month, some of them are every other month. You know, I got a guy that I do his house like 7 times a year. You know what I mean? Like he's, you know, it just depends on the people. Like Mark's got properties that he does the windows like every Friday, don't you? Or every other
Yeah,
Friday.
I have two of them now. Both on the beach. One I've had for 16 years, 17 years. Is every
Weekly?
week on the ocean.
Yeah.
Every week on the ocean. These are
Wow.
Dude, Palm
Every
Beach
week-
is
yeah.
Fucking
Every
Wow.
week.
Yeah.
Every week on the well, the first one is funny, Chris, because the glass installer called me and said, "Hey, we want you to clean up the windows for these people. I know you don't want to do houses, but we got all new windows." And TJ's seen pictures of it. It's like a car showroom.
Yeah.
No frames,
Beautiful.
just glass, floor to ceiling, all the way around the house. So I go and do the construction clean on it, and the homeowner, she comes out to me and she says, "You know, you did such an amazing job. We really want to have you clean our windows." And I said, "Well, unless it's very frequent, I'm not really interested because I have to take guys off a building or a job or a route to do your house." I said, "But because we're a commercial-based company." And she goes, "Well, how frequent is frequent?" I go, "Well, like, you know, maybe once a month." And she goes, "Once a month?" She goes, "I want you here every week." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "No, every Friday I want my windows done." So I said, "Well, let me think about this." And I went back the next week with a proposal to do the ocean side, which is 75% of the house every week. It takes TJ's seen the house again. It's frameless glass, like cleaning the car showroom. I spend a half hour there doing it every single Friday. And then once a month, I'll do the entire house. Now, if I get there and it's been windy and rainy, I'll do the whole house, you know, and it pays by the cleaning. So sometimes there's 4, sometimes there's 5. And then I picked up another one 2 doors down. They had glass issues with stains and stuff, and it was a brand new house, you know. And I got in there, did some polishing, and I'm like, "Look," she's like, "Oh, we know you do the neighbor very frequently. Would you be interested in giving us the same program?" This house is like 3 times the size, and I'm like, "Absolutely." It's got some challenges. It's got again, some of you have seen the pictures. It's got a glass canopy that's almost perfectly flat, and it's 14 feet up, comes off of the roof, and it's barely pitched. So even with a pure water, we go up there with a leaf blower, believe it or not, scrub it with the pure water, and take the leaf blower to it and push the water off, because if not, it puddles no matter what, and you're never getting rid of all the salt spots.
Right.
So, and right now, we're trying to figure out how to do the underneath without using a ladder, because you need a 12-foot A-frame standing almost at the top to reach the underside. So we're trying to come up with a way, because again, there's a problem too, because you scrub it underneath, and then it kind of hangs down like a stalagmite and dries as a spot.
Right.
But yeah,
0 degree.
Yeah, it's too high
yeah,
up.
it's backlit it.
It's
You backlit it?
It's too high up.
You could probably backfade
You
it,
should
but-
hire me. I'll show you how to do it.
No, but the roof, right?
No.
It's a cedar shake roof, and the glass goes all the way onto the roof. So there's about a 4-foot area that you can't get a pole, because it's only this high between the roof and the glass.
Yeah, I
And
see what
then
you're saying.
On the other side of it, the support columns that hold it up, there's still another 2 foot on the other side of that. So
shit. Yeah.
detailing it,
It'd
we
be
polished it
tough.
and it's a tough one, but we're going to figure it out. It's like a challenge.
Right.
So yeah, to answer your question, I do 2 houses, and they're both.
I
every
used to
single
have
week.
a house. I did it for about 9 years, she was every other week, twice a month.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I have
twice
one,
a month.
I have
Super
one house
particular
like that.
lady. Super, it's usually the super particular people that are like that. You'll find every now and then you'll find one or two of those. Like she used to get on her hands and knees and do the edges with scissors. In her lawn, the lawn around her driveway, she would do that shit with scissors, bro.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Legitimate.
Yeah.
With
Holy
scissors.
shit.
Yeah. She ended up passing away. She had a stroke, but yeah, she was.
Yeah, she must have got the bill, huh?
Yeah. My lord.
No,
Stressing out
but
about things.
Alexander
Cutting things with scissors, that's
Ducarette.
crazy.
You got to get me on this. What, on this? What, this podcast? Who are you, sir?
Alexander.
I took Mark's advice last year. I got
Let
one
us
lady
know,
at
man. Get a hold of
10
us.
sliders once a week. It's right on
Yeah.
like facing the ocean.
Uh-huh.
It's super
Yep.
easy. She's never there. I mean,
Right.
I just clean the outside, leave a invoice, and
I've got the same
today.
deal here in town. I do I do like a bank of 4 monthly right on the lake. Like 4 waterside condos. Just go
Yep.
there. They're never there. I do the backside, the lake side of the house. Get all 'cause it's always got bugs and spiders and
Yep.
knock them
Yeah.
out with the skid mark and get down the road. You know what I mean?
Well, most of these houses that I do, like the second one I just got, he actually owns 2 houses side by side, but one's a guest house, so we only do that one once a month. But they know that when we sign up, and I tell them, if you're seasonal and this stops, that's a problem because I'm going to schedule everything around your houses. So understand the maintenance is year round. So sometimes I won't see anybody at that first house that I've been doing, the one I first started, for 3 and 4, 5 months at a time. But I show up every Friday just like a clock because number one, when they come in, it better be clean.
Right.
Number two, there's camera systems everywhere, and they know if you build them and not do something, you're done.
I need to.
Why would you know what I'm saying? Why would you?
I have the perfect windows for a Nanovations commercial. The perfect glass for it.
Yeah.
The perfect
Yeah.
glass. I do those waterfall windows. I have to
Yep.
get that lime scale off those windows every single Friday. It goes opaque in like 2 or 3 days. I need to.
Was the water running over it constantly?
No, what it does is it's one of those streams here. It's fed by, I don't know if you ever heard of the Blue Hole before. It's supposedly the bottomless blue hole. Well, it's here in Castilia. Well, it's a super deep natural spring. The water never freezes. Like even it could be negative 30 in the water. The water's still running. Well, it's got it's got a shitload of minerals in it, and it's there's trout farms hooked to it. I mean, it's pretty cool. But this restaurant, the waterfall rolls right by this set of 6 windows, and the spray from it like clings to the glass and it becomes opaque. You can't see through it. I would really love to. I need to do that. I want to do that. And actually, what I told the dude is, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get the window. I'm going to get a window cleaned, a top and a bottom done, and I'm going to put that on it. I'm going to leave the other ones untreated just to kind of to see and maybe sell him on because I'm not going to do it just for my, you know what I mean? I'd rather just take, I mean, I don't mind getting it off there, you know what I mean? But
dude, I showed you the video. I have a country club that I do every Thursday that I got the job because I restored their glass and they wouldn't sign up for the Nanovations treatment, okay, because they said, we'll just fix the sprinklers. Of course, that never happens.
Right, of course.
And I have one window, because I've been doing this place for 4 years now.
Yeah, it's been 4 years.
When you've water fed that job, you can still see where the Nanovations is. I made a video of it, and I only did the bottom half of the window, like 2 foot up, and the full. When you run water down it, the water stops at the Nanovations treatment, kind of goes like this and then down.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, and I'm like, why isn't everybody doing this?
I just would really like to. I would really like to see if it will stop that stain from penetrating. Like it's such a pain in the dick, dude.
I have that fountain that I do twice a month in a mall. The elevator goes down into the fountain. You think it is,
right?
And it has a waterfall in the middle. All these jets that come up from different ways. So that glass gets sprayed 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. I went to the mall manager because they hired me to clean all the entryways to the mall.
Of course.
And I go, why don't you give me a crack at that? And he goes, we've had 7 guys come in here.
Uh-huh.
Nobody's got it good. I go, well, you haven't had me. And he's like, well,
yeah.
you're pretty full of yourself
Yeah.
there. And I go, it's not going to cost you anything.
Right.
I go, but I'm going to tell you this. You're going to sign up because when I clean only one, the rest of them are going to look like crap.
Right.
I went in there, polished it out, restored one window. He's like, I don't care what it costs. You're hired twice a month. I want that. So I go, I didn't even upsell them the Innovations. I put it on for my personal. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
And now that water is full of chemicals because they want it to be blue.
Uh-huh.
It's full of chlorine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a fountain. And I go in there with a white pad or a walnut pad. My new favorite, by the way, Chris. Walnut pad. I go there with
great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
I love them,
nothing
man.
better. I go in there with a walnut pad and a scraper to get the edges because the water clings to the edges.
Right.
And that one I put the Innovations on it every year, not 5 years, and it still to this day
No shit.
polishes up brilliantly. Yeah. So I mean, I don't stand behind anything that I
Like,
have.
I can't wet those windows and run a walnut pad over them and get it all off.
Yeah.
As
no.
it sits
Well,
right now. It's on there, dude. It's like in just that short amount of time, from Friday to Friday, you can't see through them. I mean, the reason why I got the job, he wanted to try me out. He's like, well, I've had a bunch of guys here, and it's always half-assed. And he goes, the sign on the front of it says waterfall views. I can't have a waterfall view on my sign, and you can't see the fucking waterfall. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let me try it out. You know, let me see it. And I got one, like, the first bank of windows of 4. I got those done, and he walked out. He's like, man, he goes, if you can do that every Friday, he goes, I'll pay you cash.
Yeah.
$100 of cleaning, I'll pay you cash. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
$400 or $500 a month cash. Jeez, oh, Pete's.
The only thing, T, that you gotta really make sure, it's just like sealing.
Got to make
anything.
sure everything is off the glass. I
once
totally
you put it
understand
on there,
that. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
You're gonna have to spend the time,
Right.
get it polished up.
Right. Well,
seal it
the
up.
polishing thing. I think I've pretty much got that down.
Nice.
I've been, I've had a lot of instances where I've been able to implement what you showed me, and I think I've got it all worked. I think that the thing you were talking about, preloading stuff and stuff, I think that's going to be excellent. Because
Yeah,
now that you have, what you're saying, I want to do this, and I'm like, oh, what? And then that pad, that's going to be the cat's pajamas.
I'm still getting a few bugs worked out of it because the way it's going to be set up is all you got to do is wet the window with pure water. You don't need any polish. It's going to slow release, and then once it does no longer release, then you add polish back to it.
Titties, man.
And I found I got to get something more industrial, but I'm using a vacuum sealer to squeeze everything in it and let it completely dry. And I need a real vacuum sealer that'll take that pad.
Get it in there. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm always.
What are you making, a scrub pad?
No, I'm making a polish pad that is a slow release polish.
Oh.
I'll
that
be
you
honest,
don't
man.
Yeah.
Jeremy Pummel, I'll be honest with you, man. I haven't used steel wool in a really long time, man. Like, it's been years since I've bought steel wool.
No.
If I can't get it off with a walnut pad, everyone knows what I'm getting ready to say. If I can't get it off with a walnut pad, I'm busting out the scraper. Because I don't play games.
By the way, I'm a huge fan. By the way,
I'm a huge fan.
Chris,
of the scraper.
Speak to Alex about what I showed him that I made with a walnut pad. And
is it a penis?
I know, no, but he got a lady boner on that one because he's like, "Holy shit, that is freaking brilliant."
Oh gosh, I feel like he told me something about it. Now I can't remember what it is though.
Yeah,
he said something. Was it like cut?
Yeah.
Seth, I don't know about you, but isn't it great to bask in the brilliance that is Mark Tanner? Isn't everything he does brilliant?
No, it's just
Marcus finally has the time to put his efforts into things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Had ideas for 20 years.
Mr. Ideas over here, 24/7. Mr. Ideas, Mark Tanner.
Yeah.
Well,
always an idea.
Yeah.
Which I
you know what it is?
Come on.
I mean, look,
Hey, we're not hating on him. I'm just saying.
No, I know, but I don't pat myself on the back but
we're doing it
as far as diversity in window cleaning, there's a lot of guys that are very diverse.
You're good.
But
you're good. No cliffhangers, dude. You got her.
No.
There's
What
no
I'm
bats
saying
in the
is that
cave.
for me, I've done everything in window cleaning, from buildings to
Right.
and physically done it. So
Right.
what's left but to figure shit out?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's kind of where the passion comes from, is trying to conquer an issue. And sometimes it's right in front of your face and you don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? Like what I showed Alex, to me, was no big deal, but to him he was like, holy shit.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
Jeremy, it's not that I'm against the steel wools or anything. I just, ever since the whole, like, I'm a big bronze pad guy. Like, I get the 0 bronze pads, but it's just things have not in the bronze wool area been like kind of cool for a long time. Like, shit's fucked up. You know what I mean? So
See that bronze wool video Alex put out?
Yeah. So I
Dude,
haven't
that's
been
some bullshit, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm just not buying the shit until I know it's coming from Chris and Alex and it's legit. I'm just not fucking with none of it.
We've rejected every shipment for the past year. We've gotten
That's
3
true.
shipments,
Yeah, you were telling me.
multiple pallets, and just like, all right, back it goes. And like everyone else is selling that stuff. Our 7 competitors, and they're out of their minds because it scratches. Like, we've tested 7 ways to Sunday. We've given it out to 20 different people. We've tested it on our own windows. It's not fine anymore. It will leave scratches on glass.
Right.
So
yeah,
you're crazy if you buy that.
I'll
stuff.
be
There's
using the walnut pads. I'll be smooth with that. And again, like if I can't get it off with a walnut pad, I'm getting my scraper out, because why fuck around? If you're gonna dance on, if you're gonna walk on ice, you might as well dance. You know what I mean?
Well, at the point you're hitting it with a pad, it's not that there's no turning back, but it's pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have a lot to lose. You just got to do it with confidence and go, what am I going to do here? What's going to get messed up with it? You know what I'm saying?
Not to mention the walnut pads are substantially cheaper and longer lasting than other things.
Right. Well,
it's true. They are.
Guys,
it's a nice in between, like bronze wool and a white pad.
Yes.
It's kind of like the perfect
that's
middle
what I
ground.
was getting ready to
Well,
say.
look, there is no. The white pad is like the weakest. Then you have blue, and then the walnut comes in, and anything beyond that, such as green or maroon, is glass destruction.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's nice because it bridges that gap. But truthfully, if there was a good bronze pad with a backing that didn't destroy a back plate because of the hook and loop, if there was a bronze pad that truly didn't oxidize and turn black in 2 hours, or even a steel wool pad that didn't oxidize and rust in 20 minutes in Florida, it would still be more aggressive, well more aggressive than a wool pad, and it would probably be almost second to none. It's just that our industry doesn't promote manufacturing to come up with that. You understand? It's not big enough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it worked in the world of electrical contracting,
there would already be a solution for that, but
exactly,
being that we are a small niche, we have to be creative with the materials that are available to us. Yeah. So, but all of that stuff and more is available at windowcleaner.com. And we had the dude on tonight from windowcleaner.com, Chris Lambrinides. So, we really
my latest. Go
ahead, Chris.
Oh, no problem. Just real quick on what Mark's saying. My latest data shows that there's less than 90,000 window cleaning companies in the United States.
Yeah.
There's not that many, so it's hard to get something substantial.
The funny thing is, Chris, someone on one of the pages, and I think it was Pro, and I could be wrong, so nobody shoot me, but was something about window cleaning is a $60 billion a year industry. And I'm like, are you fucking, not even worldwide, not even close, dude. Are you serious?
False.
You know what he was probably doing? He was probably calculating like all the janitorial glass that gets clean, and that was like some kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But if you notice, majority, at least around here, I shouldn't say, of janitorial companies, the larger ones, do not clean windows. They just outsource it because there's not enough in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we'll see you next week. It'll probably just be me, Mark, and Seth, unless somebody gets a hold of me. You know what I mean? I don't know. But Chris, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you for sponsoring this podcast, Chris. You and the folks over at WCR, we appreciate everything. And
you guys are a big part of making this happen.
Hell yeah,
so we
man.
Appreciate
we really appreciate it.
Happy to help. We love what you guys do here every week, man. It's awesome.
All our listeners, thank you again for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with some more tomfoolery. Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye, guys.